I want to welcome you to this safe place, my friends. My name is Selena, a fellow path dweller on this life. Today I'd like to do a short reading. There is some religious context to it, but it can definitely be used in the language of life. The book I'm reading from today is The Art of Being, 101 Ways to Practice Purpose in Your Life by Merritt Jones. And there's a quote followed by a brief reading. And it's titled, Except Ye Become as Little Children. Except ye become as little children. Except you can wake on your 50th birthday with the same forward-looking excitement and interest in life that you enjoyed when you were 5. You cannot enter the kingdom of God. One must not only die daily, but every day we must be born again. This is by Dorothy L. Sailors. And the reading is as follows. Recently I flew to Las Vegas to conduct a seminar. As the airplane approached its final destination, the pilot announced apologetically that there would be a slight delay before setting down because high desert winds had forced the airport to close all but one runway. He said that there would be circling of the city for a few minutes while waiting our turn to land, and we should remain in our seats with our seat belts securely fastened because we might hit a few bumps. Well, that few minutes turned into 45 minutes, including a ride that would make the roller coaster at Six Flags Magic Mountain pale by comparison. The movement was so violent and intense that several passengers actually tossed their cookies, which is a very pleasant way of saying that they fully utilized their personal air sickness bags. As you might guess, that's not generally a good thing to happen in close quarters because it only serves to intensify the discomfort of the situation. About 20 minutes into the adventure, the entire airplane became very quiet. There was a sense of anxiety and fear that was now palpable, while every passenger simply held on for dear life, except one. An infant being held in his mother's arms was having a ball. With each dip and bounce of the airplane, he would let out a large giggle of delight. As I observed this phenomenon, I thought to myself, what is it that he knows that I don't? Then I got it. It wasn't what he knew, it's what he didn't know. He didn't know he was supposed to be afraid and concerned for his safety. He didn't know that the odor and stench of the plane was so foul. These were the labels we adults had stuck on the experience. At a moment I remembered the passage in the scriptures, except ye become as little children. Wow, I thought, now I get it. The mind of this child only knows how to be in the moment. His mind is not wrapped around the past or projected even 5 minutes into the future. He is enjoying the ride because he has not yet been taught to fear it. The awareness I received from this child was that most of our fears are learned. With that awareness, I took a deep breath and I settled back into my seat, pretending I really was on a roller coaster. I smiled for the rest of the flight. As a matter of fact, I even managed to giggle once or twice, much to the liking of the guy sitting next to me holding the barf bag. How about you? What awareness can you gain from the pure innocence of a child today? The kingdom of God, which is a place within us where pure peace and unconditional love dwell, can never be entered through the adult mind. That mind is so generally dominated by fear and the need to control, then it cannot find its way to the door. This is why the great teacher taught us to become as little children. Note that he didn't say to be childish, but rather be childlike. Take a look at your life and see if maybe it's time that the child within to come out and play. When he or she does, you'll discover that heaven really is at hand, and you'll enjoy the ride a lot more. I hope you enjoy that. I have one more quote I'd like to read from Time for Reflection. We must learn to reawaken and keep ourselves awake, not by mechanical aids, but by an infinite expectation of the dawn. Henry David Thoreau. It happens to be my niece's 3rd birthday today, and I'm really hoping they have a bouncy house because I'm going to fully utilize it. I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you find peace in this life, in this busy world, and see the innocence and the purity of life. It's hard to look at that, and I think nature brings a lot of it out. Just looking around is just being in the present moment. Bless you, and love you, and take care. Till we meet again.